What up, Hyperchange? Welcome to another episode. So some new news today in the electric vehicle and self-driving space that came pretty much out of left field, totally caught me by surprise. Waymo, the subsidiary of Google, and their self-driving project has announced a partnership with Jaguar to use their new all-electric I-Pace, the much-touted, Model X competitor, to use in its self-driving service. Huge news for Waymo. This is huge news for Jaguar. Up until this point, Waymo had been using a lot of cars that were like hybrids and still burning fossil fuels for their self-driving program, which I thought was always a major Achilles heel. So stoked to see them going electric and partnering with Jaguar. I thought the event was pretty cool. Like they did this whole cool video. Waymo, surprisingly, is actually planning on launching a self-driving service in 2018. Like literally this year, you'll be able to hail a self-driving Waymo and with nobody in the front seat and drive it like you would an Uber. They're gonna launch this in Phoenix, Arizona, covering about 100 square miles, it sounds like. So that's all really great and exciting stuff. And then they have this new partnership with Jaguar, which they said they're planning on starting testing the Jaguar I-Pace units this year. And I was like, at first I was like, holy crap, like Jaguar is about to literally start selling thousands of cars to Waymo and integrating them. They're gonna crush Tesla. They're gonna beat them to the self-driving lead. Like this is kind of a negative sign for Tesla shareholders, or at least their lead in autonomy. But then, as I was reading into it more and more, Jaguar, first of all, isn't even building the first version of the I-Pace themselves. They're outsourcing it to this company in Australia, and then they're gonna be shipping the cars to the West Coast for Waymo to operate them and outfit them with all this LiDAR and all these sensors to be able to do self-driving. But what's also interesting is even though they're testing the I-Pace this year, they're not actually planning on using the I-Pace until 2020, it looks like, according to this Recode article I found. And the 20,000 units that they want to buy of the I-Pace, they won't be buying it up front, they'll be buying over several years. So at first I was so excited about this news and thought it was a game changer. And then when I read into it, it was just like, okay, they have a partnership, but they're really not planning on getting any I-Paces on the road for at least 2 or 3 more years. Like kind of a lot of fluff. And if you watch the announcement video, they really make it seem like they're about to launch the I-Pace with the electric car with self-driving. Until you really look into the details, do you realize that they won't even be done testing this for another 2 years, and then it will take them a few years after that to get to the goal of having 20,000 I-Paces on the roads. So I don't know. In short, my analysis on this is great move for Jaguar. They were not doing anything in self-driving, so teaming up with Waymo is an awesome sign. In terms of Waymo, they needed to have an electric car in their, fleet of Waymo vehicles, and I think they need to double down on going purely electric there. So that is a great sign as well. But is this a threat to Tesla? I don't think so, because I don't think they're gonna have this self-driving service go to a wide enough area anytime soon to impact normal electric vehicle sales. Beyond that, they're not selling the Waymo I-Pace to consumers. It's only available in the fleet, like the service. As just a tech fan, I think this is awesome news. I am stoked to see Waymo launch its self-driving service. I mean, this is crazy exciting times to be alive where you can hail a taxi with nobody driving it. If anyone is at risk or should be worried about this, it should be Uber and Lyft, because they are the companies that Waymo appears to be going after right now. So I'd love to know what the Hyperchangers think about this new Waymo Jaguar I-Pace team up. Like definitely a good sign for both companies, but still not a threat to Tesla in my opinion. But let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys next time. If you like the show and want to support, please consider supporting on Patreon. We just launched the Hyperchange exclusive newsletter for Patreon supporters, which you probably don't want to miss out on. Link in the description if you want to find out more about that. Anyway, this is Hyperchange. See you guys next time. Peace.